All right, my friends. So I get asked a lot about investing advice, and it's it's what's the word I'm looking for? I feel almost that I'm letting people down because my investing advice is so doggone simple. It's like people ask what I think about this, what I think about that, and I'm just like, hey, I don't think much about it. It's not that I don't like it, but because I don't follow any of that stuff. What I do is I buy the index and I'm done, and you should too. Now, in perfect transparency, I actually don't own the index. I don't want to say I do. No way. I have four funds. All right, so I got my biggest by far is VTV, the Vanguard Total Value Index. VTV, that's my biggest holding by far. I have some VDIGX, the Vanguard Dividend Growth Fund, I think it's Dividend Growth, whatever it is. It's VDIGX. That's my only active fund, yeah. And then I have VTI, and that's my dollar cost averaging. That's a total stock index. Is that the total stock index? Yeah, I think so. And then I have a small amount in VBK. I initially started off with VBK, but then I said, I'm just going by the total index. So the only fund I'm contributing right now is VTI, and that will be the only fund I do contribute to. So my VTV and my total, my VTV, my value fund, index fund, and my DIGX, my dividend growth fund, those are, I think, about 80% in VTV, excuse me, and 20% in VDIGX. I'm not adding to those. I'm not adding anything more to my IRA, even though I made a lot of money last year. Well, I guess I could take a deduction because I'm no longer part of an employer-sponsored plan. I don't believe in deductions, to be perfectly honest with you. And the reason I don't is because I think the back-end taxes are going to be much worse than the front-end taxes. And also, I hate lingering stuff. In fact, a lot of people ask me how long it takes for my planning process, and it's not long because I hate stuff that lingers. It's always been a pet peeve of mine. I like getting stuff done and behind me and moving on to the next thing. But with taxes, I hate lingering taxes, and that's what an IRA does. You're paying your taxes later on down the road, so it's forever. I mean, you forever don't own the full property until you're done paying the taxes. So I no longer do any deferred accounts. So I don't have a 401k or anything like that. I am my own employer. So the only deferred account that you should have is one where you get a contribution from your employer, a match, if you will. Unless you're in a probably 24, 33% tax bracket, high tax state or something like that, it might make sense. And I think I could make an argument that it makes sense for me to do defers. To take deferrals as opposed to just putting it right into a taxable account. But I like the idea of having my taxes behind me for sure, and just going ahead and knowing that my money is mine for the taking whenever I need it, if that makes sense. All right, so I have no money at all going into an IRA, a Roth IRA, 401k, with nothing whatsoever. The only money I got is going into my VTI, my M1 finance account, VTI, and that's the Vanguard Total Stock Index. All right, so here's how you should invest. I'm going to tell you, if your money that you need to grow should be in the total stock index. Literally that simple. The money you need safe should be in either Ginnie Mae, VFIIX, or a cash account of some sort, be it a CD or a cash certificate, a share account over at the credit union, or something like that. A stable value fund, a G fund. That's literally how you should invest, in my opinion. The growth money should be in the VTI, Total Stock Index. Your safer money should be in Ginnie Mae, which is the Government National Mortgage Association. The government entity agency which guarantees my mortgage to Pentagon Federal, who owns my mortgage. So it's not a Fannie Mae, it's not a Freddie Mac. I've talked about Ginnie Mae 1,000 times a Sunday, but from my perspective, that's how you should invest. Your cash money, Ginnie Mae, your growth money, total stock index. It's literally that simple. I mean, can you beat that? Yeah, you can. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. And why am I not doing that? Well, because I've committed myself to the VTV. It's done so poorly relative to VUG, which is the Vanguard Growth Index. I'll probably say this on Blue the Face where I die. I am convinced that VTV is going to outperform VUG over the next 5 to 10 years, because in the 90s, the growth did this, and the value did that. In the 2000s, the value did this, growth did that, and aughts, growth did this, value did that, and so I think everything reversed to mean, I believe, and so I think because of that, the VTV will outperform. But that's my own speculation. That's my own active management. I probably shouldn't even do that, but I'm just too deep into it now. So now I'm just buying. I'm adding my money into VTI. Every 2 weeks, I put a pretty good amount of money into VTI. And that's that simple. That's how you should invest. Pretty fancy, huh? Cheap, tax efficient, easy, done and done. All right, love to hear your comments. We'll see you.